What does the Bible say about tobacco? What does the Bible say about tobacco? The Bible doesn't specifically mention tobacco, but there are principles in the Bible that can help us make a decision about whether or not to smoke. The first question we need to ask ourselves is, why do I want to smoke? There are many reasons people give for wanting to smoke, but the Bible tells us that the only good reason to do anything is out of love for God. If we are doing something because we think it will make us happy or because we are trying to please others, then we are on the wrong track. What does the Bible say about tobacco use? Tobacco use in the Bible does not specifically mention tobacco use, but there are a few verses that talk about smoking and chewing tobacco. In Proverbs 21 it says, "Wine is a mocker and beer a brawler. Whoever is led astray by them is not wise." This verse is talking about how alcohol can make people act differently than they normally would and how it is not wise to drink alcohol because it can cause problems. The same could be said for tobacco use. When people use tobacco, it can cause them to act differently than they normally would, and it is not wise to use tobacco because of the health risks involved. In James 4:17 it says, "Therefore, anyone who knows what is good and yet does not do it is sinning." This verse is talking about how we should do the things that are good for us and avoid the things that are bad for us. Smoking and chewing tobacco are bad for our health, so we should avoid doing those things. What does the Bible say about tobacco use specifically? Smoking tobacco. The Bible doesn't mention tobacco specifically by name, but there are a few verses that talk about the dangers of ingesting anything that is harmful to our bodies. For example, in 1 Corinthians 6:19-20, Paul says, "Do you not know that your bodies are temples of the Holy Spirit, who is in you, whom you have received from God? You are not your own, you were bought at a price. Therefore honor God with your bodies." This verse makes it clear that our bodies belong to God and we are to take care of them as His temples. Ingesting tobacco is clearly not taking care of our bodies in the way that God intended. Additionally, Proverbs 23:2 says, "Put a knife to your throat if you are given to gluttony." This verse is talking about overeating, but it's easy to see how it could apply to ingesting tobacco as well. If we are given to gluttony, or excess, in any area of our lives, including tobacco use, we need to put a stop to it. How did tobacco come to be used in the first place? Tobacco was first used by Native Americans who smoked it during religious ceremonies. They believed that smoking tobacco was a way to commune with the spirit world. Unfortunately, when Europeans arrived in America and saw how popular tobacco was among Native Americans, they began smoking it themselves and introduced it to other parts of the world. The health risks associated with smoking and chewing tobacco. There are numerous health risks associated with both smoking and chewing tobacco. These include lung cancer, heart disease, stroke, mouth cancer, and gum disease, to name just a few. Chewing tobacco also puts users at risk for developing leukoplakia, a precancerous condition characterized by white patches on the gums or inside of the cheek. What are the dangers of secondhand smoke? It's important to note that there is no safe level of exposure to secondhand smoke. Secondhand smoke is classified as a known human carcinogen by both the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, EPA, and the International Agency for Research on Cancer, IARC. This means that secondhand smoke causes cancer in humans. God bless Greg. Father, grandfather, minister, missionary, deacon, elder, author, welcome to our family. View all posts.